Good time zones, everyone, and welcome to a thundery Thursday where the world has just decided that I get a real life thunderstorm just to make life interesting. So if you hear rumbles of thunder and large explosions in the background, it's not the creepers for once. Um, so that'll make life interesting, and hopefully we'll get a bit of a charge out of it. I hope everyone is having a lovely Thursday. Otherwise, it is lovely to see you all. I see we've got quite a few people in here, and before it rolls off my screen and I miss it, I have a Heil Hydrate that I need to do. And a stretch as well. Oh, up we get. And stretch. Thank you so much for that, Lotus. And just before we even get started, Ancients raiding in, having been playing Minecraft. Welcome in, Ancients. Good to see you as always. I hope you've had a good stream. Let me catch up on saying hi to everybody. At all, full stop. We've got a Frauke and a Blast. We've got a Seribot. Welcome in, good bot. We have a super fast Feg. We have a Lotus. We've got a Shadow Sky. We've got a Sci-Fi. Welcome into all of you. Scroll a little. Scroll a little bit. Welcome into Ancients and all the Raiders. It is lovely to see you all. And, yeah. Welcome in. I hope everyone is having a good Thursday. As you can see, I am no longer stuck in the nether. We have had our 4 days of being trapped in the nether. It is time to be up in the sky instead. Which is nice. Wow. I've just looked up. My window looks like basically someone is power washing it. Did a few more walls and ceilings in your hospital today. Also mapped some of the patients' rooms out. That sounds like it's doing well there, Ancients. Lovely progress, hopefully. I hope you're glad with it. I hope you're happy with it. Let's go with that one. What are they doing? Oh. Blast. That was a terrible pun. I'm not even going to read that one out. It was that terrible. Lotus has apparently lost everything and is running around in a towel after a 10-stream streak. I'm guessing that, well, I mean, given the amount of rain that I've got at the moment, at least you won't have to dry your clothes off. So that's probably a bonus. Acknowledge it. Okay, I will give in. What's the nether in Peter Pan? Neverland. It feels like it's missing something, Blast. I'm sorry. It's bad. It's wrong, and you should feel sorry for it. Didn't want to wear clothes anyway. They're yucky. I can see that. How that would go sometimes. I hope everyone is doing well, though. That was it's a backwards version of your nether shop. I mean, the Netherlands would make more sense. Please ignore the floating ghast down at ground level. I decided to have a ghast down there for the moment. Right. What I'm thinking is this we know is it's too low to actually clear the blades of the propeller. In fact, it's easier to see from this angle. So what I'm wondering is how high should the bit at the back here be to properly cover it. Also figured out your hospital would be a regular hospital with around 75 rooms if you follow current planning. So bigger than the basic care hospitals and smaller than the central or max care hospitals. Makes sense given the size of your city, the planned side. That sounds cool. Sounds a bit like what in the UK we would call an EMU. not quite, or a hospital that's not quite up to the state of having being A&E, full hospital, etc., but something that actually does a lot of stuff. Shall be lurking, must get trash and kitty litter done. Look after yourself, Lotus, and thank you for the lurk. And welcome into Cosmic Dancer. Wow. That is a ridiculous amount of rain. And it's not quite going horizontal, but it's trying to. Yes. And we have a Pokemon in chat, for those who might be interested. It is a Drapon. Let's have a look. Checking in and lurking. It's been a long day, so out for pizza and cider. That sounds lovely, Cosmic. I did that at lunch, except instead of be brave, Rain, you can be horizontal, just believe in yourself. Yes. Except instead of cider, I went with Starap Ramen. With a good pizza. But yes, there is... it's nice to have a good pizza. But I hope you... I hope you have a good... Yeah. I hope you have a nice pizza and feel better for it, Cosmic. Because I can understand that that is a good way of recovering. Right. Why is your brain in this mood of puns? Blast, your brain is always in a mood of puns. There is nothing new. If we even considered trying to explain it more than that, we'd just not be right. Oh, hey, I caught the Drapion. 3 within 2 minutes. Pretty sure that's illegal. I mean, we can always just ban you and throw you out, Blast, if you want. Alright. Do we think that that feels like... I'm thinking that might need to go another block higher. Just for... Well, that didn't work. Alright, let's try that without throwing myself off the ship. Do-do, 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 yeah, do-do, do-do. Oops. Try that again. There we go. So what I was trying to do was remove the piece of wool, which I think is too low. Can prove to you you're not always pun-filled, although the event will prove me wrong. Well, that piece of wool just yeeted itself off into the distance. Cinelily, welcome in. Ah! Happy Thursday. Let's see. What do we think? Is this... This feels like it might be more accurate for the right height. Let's have a look. Can I actually place a block without falling off? There we are. Okay, that feels... That feels more like the right place for the lower edge of this gas bag to be. It's time to build a gas bag! Yeah, I know I can't actually just go straight to London and acquiring. The bar that's appearing in cam view is the new locator bar tour. It's so there's a little red dot that is basically me. It's the one that on multiplayer instances allows you to see where other players are. It's not visible on my normal account because my normal account can't see the spectator. And interestingly, if I, yeah, you'll notice it vanishes if I shift and crouch because it's the same. It relies on the same mechanic of being able to see someone like that. And it explains the flickering. Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I'm not entirely convinced I know how to switch it off. Also, I'm not entirely convinced I know if it's possible to switch it off. It was something that Mojang added, and I have not actually done any investigation into at all. So, yeah. Goodness, that must be a strong thunderstorm. My ears just popped. From the pressure change suddenly. That's always a good sign. Right, let's see. That did it, Veg. Thank you so much. That will actually make things a bit easier. Well, I'm glad that somebody figured it out. I really should have looked it up myself, but thank you. Two. No. One. Two. 1, 2, 3. And then this isn't as wide as it is tall. By design. 3. Actually, I should probably not be doing it that way around. You've deeply disappointed your cat. Did you tell your cat that it's actually still another couple of hours before quote 200? Welcome in, Canadian Dragon. Happy Thursday. Finally found a jam you can eat, so you're having rice crackers with jam instead of cat food like cheese or meat. I was about to say, if you're putting cat food on your rice crackers, I'm a little worried by you. But I've just figured out what you meant. And welcome in to Glam Pixie as well. And thank you so much for the 15 months of ongoing subscription. Whoops. Ah. Well, I missed. Fell. That's 2. Or is it 3? I mean, normally I would say the rules are if I don't take damage from it, it's not officially a fall. But given that it's like 450 blocks, well, actually, no, it's not. It's a good 100 blocks in drop. I think we can assume that it's allowed. Everything is cat food according to cat. I mean, everything is cat food according to cat, always. Thank you for the alert, Dragon. Ah, boo, the thunderstorm's gone and it barely even actually registered as a decent thunderstorm. That's a shame. Miss Ferret, welcome in. Welcome back. Happy Thursday. Even the rain stopped going sideways. Actually, even the rain stopped, let alone sideways. You love watching thunderstorms from your window. I love thunderstorms in general. I forgive the pun, but I can get a good sort of charge out of them. They are the sort of thing that they really put a lot of energy into the air, and I can feel it, and I can really enjoy them for that. I mean, I don't officially consider it a pun because it's basically describing how I feel about a thunderstorm. You can feel the energy in the air from a good thunderstorm. Dang it. Ah! Okay, that one counts as a fall because I took damage. Dagnabbit. I spleefed. Yes. The problem is, I spleefed whilst removing the block, trying to get to the block that I actually wanted to remove, rather than actually, you know, removing the block that I wanted to remove. So, it was a bit of a, well, that doesn't help. Yeah. Whoa. I caught it! Does it count as catching the block if you have to land before you can catch it? Oh, Lord, blast! Why are you putting? I'm allowed one bounce. So we're going by tennis rules, are we, Feg? Is that the same number of bounces that I allow a slime before I murder it? More squash in this case. Okay, I am doing I'm doing okay, Miss Ferret. Well, that does help. Okay. Fine, okay, you can get to do that. My tablet just turned around and said, I've got a system update, mate. Hi, TGM. Welcome in. Happy Thursday. So I guess my secondary source of information about the universe has just gone off the air. That's a bit annoying, but hey. Moss Joy Spider, welcome in. Is this the one or the two? This is the one. This is the first of the ones. That's the second of the ones. Then it's 2. 1, 2, 3. Woohoo! I got the lineup. I got the shape of this to fit. To be correct. Let's retrieve this scaffolding. So, let's see. I think that's probably... I'm looking at this and thinking that's probably more the height that the balloon should be at this point for definite. That also means this is really rather high above the ship as it stands. Not a terrible thing, just means that there's going to be some fairly large support structures needed to hang the hull of the ship off of, I think. curious. Yeah, you see, that's another thing. But we'll come back to that one in a minute. So I think that the front one of these two needs to remove. Ow. Oh, we have a Mastiff in chat, just to distract from things. Anyone need a Pokemon? So what we could do... let's have a think. We could... I'm looking at this and thinking that's probably not a bad idea. I'm thinking... Okay. Fanoffle. Fanoffle? What's a Fanoffle? Okay. I need this piece of attempt to disappear. It's shears for making, for removing wool, isn't it? Or TNT. I wasn't planning on blowing things up in this universe, in this world. It's the Nether that I'm thinking of blowing up. Slightly different. And definitely I am actually seriously pondering large amounts of tunnel bores and exploding things. I think explodificating things in the Nether will probably be the best way to actually get stuff done in the Nether in the near future. So I'm going to have to learn how to build a tunnel bore. Is anyone else scared by the concept of me playing with redstone and TNT? Because I sure as heck am. It's fine. What could possibly go wrong? I do have a boom machine already. Yeah, we have the boom machine. Well, actually, in theory, you could say that all of the ghasts that I keep getting could be classed as boom machines. That would be one way of exploding things. And welcome into Boakars. Tunnel bore, if only you could spell. I'm sorry, Feg. Do you need a dictionary in this trying time? Oh, nearly spleefed myself there. Ow. Did spleef myself there. Right, let's collect all of the bits that I've thrown on the floor. And Nuska! Welcome in, Nuska, and thank you so much for the 13 months and for using your Prime on this. It's good to see you, and thank you so much for that re-upping of your subscription. Wait a minute. I talk about making things go boom and Nuska appears. I was half expecting Nanian to appear. There we are. Yes, I'm thinking of making things go boom, Nuska. Not today, though. Partially because I still need to learn how to make things go boom. Boomska! Nuska or Nanian. I mean, all of them involve ends, and if anyone happens to need anything, any extra ends, I know where I can get a few. Hey, Chris, welcome in. Good to see you. Birthday candle. Oh dear. Wrong dimension, Nuska. Wrong dimension. I don't want to make things explode in this dimension. It's the nether I want to make it... I'm not sure making things explode in the nether is a good statement. Blows out birthday candle. If I had a stack of ends, I could make the 90s game console. Oh. Aha. There's more here. Better in the Nether than in the Netherlands. You're not supposed to make things explode in the Netherlands. Can I take that statement back, please? I'm not even going to comment on that one at all, Nuska. Right. Let's see. Okay, we're working with wool, so if we're working with wool, we've got no choice about using half blocks, unfortunately. Aha. So at times like this, I really wish that I had the tool for allowing you to place things under stuff. Actually, I think I probably want to do this in threes. Something tells me I'm about to spleef myself again. You have a point there, Feg. This is why we have... this is why we have ghasts. Hello, Puffy. Right. First things first, Puffy. I need to work out where your lead is. Where's your lead at? There we are. Uh-oh. Puffy! Come back here, you little smeggity. Go. Come back! Come back! Puffy! Puffy. Yep, you're making me all wet here. I swear these ghasts enjoy making me chase them. And that is why I should keep a snowball on me. You're right, Shadow. You're near wrong. It's just that my snowballs are in here somewhere. Where did I leave my snowballs? No, must be on the other side. Found them. And this is why the barrels have trapdoors underneath them. So that I can find them better. Dear. Right. Or more to the point, so that I can access their contents. Now remember, you can't shift to go down. You have to be facing, or you have to move it. Ow. Bundles are a better place to store your ghast bait. You have a point there, except my bundles are a little bit full of ghast. Would ghast droppings be the best description on that? You can use shift to go down. It's just much quicker than expected. Yeah, that's true. Oh, I have some more space in there. Right. I don't have that much by way of oh, that's not. Actually, if we were doing that, I think the question becomes, at what point does this reach a point? And I need... Ah! I shifted. I shifted. Remember, kids, shifting is not good for you. It will get you smacked off a cliff. Or falling off of a ghast. Come on. What are you stuck on? You must be stuck on a trapdoor. Right, let's have a quick nap. Do-do-do-do, ya-da-da. So I'm just looking at this, and I'm thinking about the shape that I want to aim for. And actually, that might not be far off the shape I'm looking for. I'm looking a little bit again at the... No, wrong camera. Wrong account, even. I'm looking again at the inspiration image, which we have linked in Discord. For those who are curious, and which is off of the website Milby's Maps, which is rather a nice website. It's got a lot of stuff that is for D&D campaigns. But of course, D&D campaigns have the advantage of being interesting and fun. Excuse me. Why am I trying to remove it when I've got ow. Shears. I'm getting beaten up by a ghast here, just by riding it. Right. Where's the midpoint? Here. Nope. I love the way that I keep forgetting I have shears. And by love, I mean constantly curse inwardly. And that is why you don't keep the snowballs on your hotbar. Because the first thing you do is accidentally throw them away. How close are these to each other? That's not bad. That's not bad. I must admit, trying to turn this into circles is going to be an absolute nightmare, but when have I ever made things easy for myself? Uh-oh. Actually, that might not be terrible. Shears, Scott. Use the shears, Luke. Alright, let's get me out of the way. And do that. Okay. That actually has the shape I'm looking for. And is not terrible. I think I probably need to go one more layer further. And then start taking it forwards straight by the looks of it. Oh, and we have an execute in chat for those who might want to try and catch it. Let's just catch it. Weekly psychic type. Ah! There we are. Ladies and gentlemen, the Frauke Information Service is being as amazing as always. Thank you, Frauke. And if that sounded sarcastic, it was not meant to. It really is. Thank you, Frauke. Whoa. I've run out of wool. So let's go and get some more out of my inventory. If we put that there, I can grab a couple of stacks out of it. Smash my face into it. Pick it back up again. Here we find Scotsman smashing his face into a shulker. Always helpful. Ooh, that's useful. We might actually be at really good height for just going over the top of the... So I nearly caught my ghast on the front of this. Crikey, this is huge. I have 2 concerns. Maybe 3. Possibly 7. Good Lord. Holy smeg, this thing is ridiculous. Let's have a think. Yeah, that's where it... Okay. What are we caught on now? Oh, the bubble column. I don't know where the midpoint is anymore. Oh, that's going to be interesting. I need to figure out how to draw a sphere on the front of this thing. God, moving a ghast is slow. Hold on, I can... my midpoint is this one, which is 177. We've nearly reached warp speed. Nearly reached warp speed. Same thing turned 90 degrees. That would work except for the fact that that is no longer the right shape because I've increased the size. So if I'm aiming for 177, I've still got 10 more blocks to go before I reach the midpoint. Two, 5. That is possibly the midpoint. Hold on. That. So I've got 2, 2. Actually, I think that might be the right shape. Right, I'm gonna need the camera count. Hold on. Let's move the ghast to the other side of this so that I can see what I'm doing. Three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This is huge. Oh boy, is this big. I think that's mostly the right shape, though. If I look at this from the side, it's sort of heading in the direction of airflow. Maybe. I'm wondering if I should have made some of it a bit less. Hold on. Let's get a quick nap before we have mobs spawning on top of our gas bag. No, it's this side. Actually, before we get too far, let's get some more wool out. Right. Hey, Puffy. Right. You know what the shape of this makes me think of? It kind of looks a little bit like a nuke. Which, considering we're thinking gas bag from an airship filled with large amounts of combustibles, it might not be the worst comparison. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're going to build a giant Doctor Strangelove on top of it. No, I'm not. But for some reason, my brain has suddenly thought of the Tango Tech Patreon server and 3, 4, 5. Some of the early blimps seem to have. Yes. But they're not going on the bag. 4, 5, 6, 7. So, if I grab a link for a second. I plan on putting a stabilizing fin in. So this is what I'm... excuse me? Did I miss... Copy. Paste. Why is that not working? There we are. So this is the image that I'm using for inspiration. And you will notice that it does have a stabilizing fin. It's just not exactly where you would think about it. Yes, this is going to get even longer. And sillier. Although the other option would be I build stabilizing fins directly off of the gas bag, at which point they would probably start around about where Puffy is right now. So if I had the stabilizing fins directly attached to the gas bag, they'd probably be about here, and then go downwards from here. So they would be well clear of the propeller, because the propeller's all the way down there, and I would be starting after it. That's why the shape of the gas bag is as is. It's to give a lot of clearance behind it. And yeah, it really is something that Da Vinci would have a field day with designing. Nope, that's a shift, not a place. As I say, this is inspired by that. It is definitely not going to be a block-by-block rendition of it. Because if it was, we would... Uh-oh. I've gone too far. Well, that's nothing new. Oh no! I forgot that shears take the harness off. I managed to de-harness Puffy. Whatever you do, do not take the harness off your ghast while you're riding it. It doesn't help. 1144. Which one is 1144? Okay, so that... Ah! Oh! Snurbles. No! Puffy! Puffy! Look at me. Puffy, come back! Well, I guess this is a good spot as any to look straight up from, if nothing else. Yeah, so the section that the last section I've got is the one that should be going straight. Puffy is ignoring me. The come hither element of a snowball is insufficient. Puffy, Puffy. Hello. Thank you. Hey, Nordic Wolf, welcome in. Thank you for joining the scurry. The other way of figuring this out would be to look at the altitude. 194. If I've got this right, these should be 194. Yes, there we are. Okay, so this row is now consistent. I'm going to back into another row of stuff and smack my head into it, aren't I? Waiting on the other button to be boopable. What other button? Oh, are you waiting on a streak, perhaps? Yes. Okay. How are we looking? That's not terrible. That is Mahusiv. You must resurrect it to its glory. Well, for those who aren't trying to get glory, we do have a gubbin. For those who might be trying to grubbin even. For those who might be trying to catch the glory of a grubbin. This is huge. I mean, I always had this feeling I was going to end up with this airship being slightly insanely huge. It does appear to be that we are actually heading in the direction of Scott's Have You Lost Your Mind? There is, however, one bonus. Actually, there's a couple of bonuses. The first is, this is... Ooh, really? I might have just realised that I've made this too big. The problem is, it feels right. That could cause problems. Or the ship is too small. It's not so much that the ship is too small. The bit that's the problem is, I mean, to be honest, the ship sections. If you look at something like the Hindenburg, or the is it R01? Basically the British one that also happened to explode. Or even the airship that's in Indiana Jones. The actual section that you live in on those is tiny. No, the bit that I've just looked at and gone, the front of this ship, that pillar that currently has the... They have tiny canoes of ship space under a huge balloon. They do, really. It's just a basket on the bottom. Yeah. Nusk, thank you for joining the scurry. That pillar with the water column in it is actually the midpoint of the tower. Or the midpoint of the planned tower. Meaning that this actually overhangs the top of the tower, nearly. And I was hoping to leave it so that theoretically I could have, you know, maybe two of these things docked at a point in time in the future, if I felt like it. I need a nap, apparently. The sun is setting. Could I just move the tower? Yes. That is absolutely positively possible. And it doesn't have to move far. Just a half dozen. 'Tis a dirigible! Welcome in, Elcorn. Yes, it's starting to feel like one, isn't it? And I have seen the hydrate, Nuska. Give me a second to get Puffy into their dock. Also, welcome in, Elcorn. Alright, Heil Hydrate. And a stretch to go with it. Oh, yep, ow. Oh, ah. Boop. Nyong. Thank you for the 10 stream streak there, Nordic Wolf. Let's take Huffy out for a little bit. Puffy's been getting all the fun, throwing me off the buildings and causing me to chase after them. I think it's time for Huffy to have an opportunity to cause chaos. I'm also thinking I might move those 4 at the front. Actually, maybe not. You're still mad at Twitch for not telling me that I was online. Unless I leave a note in Twitch... Oh, sorry, in Discord. I'm generally online 5 days a week. Well, you're at 10, so you're getting somewhere. So, yeah. You're heading back up then. You're heading back up there. I've also just realised we're just into the cloud layer, so that's not too bad. If we'd been heavily into the cloud layer, I'd have been upset. But we're barely into it. Streak maintaining scratches the challenge part of your ADHD squirrel brain. I can understand that. I really can. And I think quite a few people recognise that. I know that Raven, with their absolutely insane streak count, would definitely recognise that one. And some of the other people with equally insane streaks would agree. He says, looking pointedly in the direction of... You gave up on it after losing 160. Ooh, that's a lot to lose, Elkhorn. And I know we were discussing the other day that we thought that Twitch were making it so that if you watch the VODs, I'm sure we... Because I remember seeing that as well. So it's not... It's either a collective hallucination or something that Twitch are considering. You can't be streaking at corporate elk. Oh my. More to the point, elk... We added that, but you're ready to go. Well, that's the thing, because I think Wolf tried it, and it didn't work. And I can understand people rarely going back. Out. You're working from home today. Aha! So, Elkhorn doesn't have to turn himself in for doing things. It doesn't. Yeah, you see? Speaking of people with insanely high streaks, welcome in Raven. Our absolutely fabulous supporter who is positively amazing. And one of the people without whom this stream probably wouldn't exist. And there we are, 405 streams. Raven, that is absolutely positively bonkers, and thank you so much. As I say, Raven is one of those people without whom this stream probably wouldn't be the way it is. They have been putting up with me and stretching me and challenging me, well, pretty much since the dang beginning. Okay, welcome in and thank you for joining the scurry. And there we are. We have another 100 scurry. So that's an awful lot of squirrels that are drunk and roaming around. And that's another donation to charity at a point when I find another one. I mean, the alternative is I might just find somebody from the Guild Rush event who still has their donations open and, you know, just throw a bit of cash at them again. This looks silly. This is that moment where you think, I need how much wool? I'm going to have to install a sheep farm inside of this thing just to actually be able to get the wool to be able to actually create this thing. Suddenly I have this image of Huffy or Puffy flying through the air with a pile of sheep underneath them. Wow, that's going to be interesting. Yeah, that'll be fun. Scope creep. Well, I'd always pondered that I might need ancient cities are also a good source. A ham. No. 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 Heck no. Smeg no. At least it'll be fluffy. It's so fluffy. I don't feel bad, Scott. You could need 300 stacks of wool for a gigantic pride flag. That's a good thing. That's a good use of wool. I think 300 stacks will probably get me, like, the first quarter of this. I could even get a new warden redeem. Now it needs a unicorn horn and a mane. Aye. So. Right. Let's start thinking. Which is a bad thing. Blah. Oh, no. Not that. Bingo was a blast last night. Lovely. Used an ancient city during bingo. Yes, I saw that people had been playing bingo last night, and I am so jealous. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I need... No, that's right. Let's stick with that. Spent a good bit of one round surviving on half a heart in a lush cave getting materials. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, that's too big. Two, 3, 4. I think I'm gonna go with 5, and then 5, 2, 3. So I'm going to mirror the front here. Sorry, have a look at this. I need to catch up with Minipacks, see what we can do about a bingo server. Yeah, I think that's under the heading of we need to just figure out if we need to fund what we need to do to fund it. Need to figure out temperature control for the office when printing, now at 28 degrees, so up 3 degrees from when you... My word. And making Lyric crack up laughing because you're losing it every few minutes. Definitely. I'm going to get this blocked. No hugs, no hugs, no hugs. Definitely. Bingo was lots of fun. Almost lost you your streak on Zoo's channel. I popped in during one of the breaks and got yours sorting. Aha. Right. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Hold on. 177. Good lord, we've got to the right height. And how does that look for... Wow. I might have made that too big. Hold on. I need a nap. The sun's going down. Because part of the problem is trying to make it annihilated like most of the blueberries you could reach and finding out they're absolutely the worst food in the game. No, there is one worse food, and that is uh, spike berries. Actually, I think they're even. The red berries that you can get are just about the same. Dried kelp is worse. Goodness. Sweet berries, that's the one. And we have a Pokemon in chat. It is a Doduo, for those who might be interested in catching that. I'm not going to really try. Right. 1, 2, 3. So. Yeah, you see, that's a problem. That's a problem. I think the width of this compared to the width growth. How to phrase this correctly? It gets wider faster than it gets longer, taller even, which is going to make this really, really difficult for. Oh Lord, really is this. Hey, True Purple. That's a problem. I've made this too big. This ring is too big compared to that ring. The annoying thing is that this ring is the same as that ring. At least it's just one balloon, unlike the hundreds I need on Idiotic. Those are just going to be groups of 4 or 9 pieces of wolf egg. I have plans for that. But, yeah, that build on Idiotic is going to be hilarious once we actually start building it. At the moment, it's just plotting. And there is still a wool farm out in Sheep's Old area. That's good to know. Good to know. Good to know. I'm so very glad to know that. So let's have a think about this. What might be what might be sensible? He's thinking again. We're doomed. Would be to draw the line from that that point forwards, and then work out what the shape of the circles at this point would be to support it. Because I've just realised the other thing is this is actually flat. While it's round at the front, it's intentionally flatter horizontally. So that will probably make it a bit easier. At least there's one thing I don't have to worry about while I'm here. I don't have to worry about accidentally getting 70 laserfish to the face. Hey, Lanstrad. Thank you for unlurking. Ow. Welcome in. And thank you for joining the scurry. I hate that these things operate the same way as boats in that digging is slower. Even if you're using the right materials, tools even. Right, so 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold on, let's bring the camera count up so that we can see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 end. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3. And that's the wrong place. One thing I will admit, just for sheer comedy value, when I logged in earlier and saw a ghast in front of me, because I was down on the I got down to that island where Puffy had been tethered at the beginning of stream. I logged in and had a ghast in the face, and I nearly just went ah! And wanted to murder it before I realised it was a happy ghast and not a murder my face ghast. Ow. That said, they still attempt to murder my face just by smacking me into things. Right, so the one on the end is the one that is the right. So here, this is where that ring begins. So let's no. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Fine. 1, 2. 1. 1. 1, 2. 1, 2. 3. Ooh. Yikes. That's a problem. Seven, 8, 14, 5, 9.5. I don't have a ticket for 9.5 elk. Have some nice noms, Feg, if that's what you're off for, and have a good luck, whatever the heck. Right. This is a problem. Right. I have to... Actually, I'm gonna work from the... I'm gonna work on the top of this, because my problem is that it is... I think I know what the problem is. How far off am I? 2 blocks? 2 blocks? 2 blocks. Yeah, 2 blocks would do. Let's make this taller. Actually, let's go with the thing I was thinking of, which was right. 1, 2. And let's add 1. Yeah, let's add 1. I think that might be all it needs. 3, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3. Yes. That's all it needed. An extra single block on the edge. Scott, you're holding a shovel. Would you remember to use the danged thing, please? to put one block extra there. That's all it is. And actually, I can probably do a lot of the rebuild just using the bits that are already there. I need to take a nap because of mobs. I need to remember where I'd gotten to, so I've done the first thing. Delete bed. Chris, that's cruel. How could you? Besides, I've got 2 spares. Ha ha. Right. Come on. Elevate. Elevate. Must rise higher. You were bored. Eh. Wow. Is the stream getting that boring for you? One, 2, 3. 2, 3. There we are. Use your bore and make it a tunnel bore. You're tired and your brain keeps wandering. That's always evil when that happens. I've been finding that at work recently, which is worrying. I explained that to my manager this morning, mostly because both of us were having a bit of a rant session. It was officially my one-to-one. Hey, okay, Blast. Have a good night and look after yourself. It's always good when you're one to runs. Fnurbles. English. I can English, probably. Right. Puffy, you stay here. Puffy even. Whee! Because I've left a load of materials down here. And I want to pick them up again. Hunter, welcome in. And my word, thank you for a 130 stream streak. It is the evening of long streaks. That sounds wrong. I hope you're doing well, Hunter, and I hope that the journey home this evening was not as long as it was yesterday. Sighs and grabs the t-shirt cannon. Oh my. That streak makes this my 131st stream of the year. Good lord. Ah! I missed! Dagnabbit. Where is the year going? I think it's a derp Elcorn rather than either. I'm glad of that, Chris. I was partially joking, but equally I do occasionally get very worried when I spend a lot of time building things and trying not to... yeah, it's a chain splat. No, I haven't crashed into any chains yet. Give me time. We've still got to put some in. lord, this thing's enormous. I'm looking at this and going, what have I done? Answer to my earlier question, today was a little better, but driving at 20 miles an hour always makes the journey feel a lot longer than driving at 70. Yes, it would. Okay, another skimpy streak. Way. Thank you for streaking. 1, 2, 3. Hold on. Was that 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Right. And that's already in the wrong place. The worst thing is, Chris, there are so many other things I could have said. Because my brain has commented quite heavily on... Uh-oh. Oh, goodness. There we go. At least, there had to be at least one quote out of that somewhere. And Wishy-Washy has been caught by Tor. I didn't even notice we had a Pokemon in chat, mostly because I was distracted by how large this build is getting. Oh, I don't care about the dirt. 3, 3, 2... 385. I'm going to have to start collecting books soon, aren't I? Because otherwise, I'm distracted by repeatedly falling out of the sky. Yeah, that also would be a slight issue. Nuska, good news. If you have the... Hold on. Wrong button. If you have the Discord link... That's not it. That's the one. There is now a channel with a full list that is kept up to date. Even better. Even worse. Was that 2, 3... 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, people. 2, 3. There were a lot of people who were maintaining lists, and now that I've got StreamerBot functioning and have the ability to, now that I have the ability to program things into StreamerBot that are a little bit more flexible. I've learned to be flexible and dangerous. There's an app for that. Yes. 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Ow! Ow, ow. Why is it that riding Ghasts tries to get me? Actually, at the moment, I'm not using the full code capability of StreamerBot. I'm just using the ability to chain actions together. So I'm just chaining... Moving on. So I'm just joining actions together so that there are ways of doing things that I couldn't. Can always random quote just a random. Yes. Diffusing a Gordon. Goodness. Flexible and dangerous. Gymnast assassin. Didn't they just do a John Wick one called or John Wick universe one called Ballerina or something? Failure was as expected. Not quite as much failure, but yeah. That one feels very appropriate. Chris, far worse would be to replace a minus with an M dash. Or an N dash, yeah. Both EM and EN are evil in the... Actually, no, EM is shorter than EN, because EM is basically a hyphen that cannot be broken, if I remember correctly. Or is it the other way around? It's a hyphen that is designed to be broken over a... No, it's the other way around. A hyphen can be broken across pagination, and EM dash cannot... I'm forgetting my typesetting abilities, and I can't remember them, and I'm not really sure I really ever really wanted to have any typesetting abilities. EM is longer than EN because the length of the letter is... It's not so much kerning as pagination. And there's lots of arguments about what's the difference between kerning and what is pagination, I'm sure. Alright, come on, Puffy. Let's go fly. Preferably without causing me to go flying. Okay, so what we have is one ring here, which is just over the back of the ship. So I think what I might do is a second ring here and actually use... Yeah, okay. Yeah, that'll work. Right. Train of thought time. Because, well, it's probably due for that. So, what I'm thinking is, these black lines are going to be where... Actually, I'll wait for the ads to finish. I've just realised that we're in them. Train of thought time. We need to join this to these, which means there's going to have to be some sort of, for want of a better description, harness holding it all together. I'm thinking of putting a ring of the grey 2 blocks apart and putting a ring of copper to indicate where the sort of structural rings are that will be joining downwards. This one is deliberately left. Well, this one will mean that it's either side of this point. One more ring and I'll have a circus. Multiple. Feature in... I will work on that one, Chris. That's a there is a link for that, or there are triggers for that. I should just add one. I will probably... Sorry, train of thought. If I put the wool either side of the copper, it'll look like it's sort of the stitch lines. This is where it stops changing shape, so that's a sensible stitch line. I will probably place another one over the top of this. One here, because these are sensible anchor points. And one here, so that we can actually... I said pagination and then I got hit with ads. Pagination, that's what you need. If you want to beat the best, and you want to beat the rest. Ooh, pagination's nothing to do with it. So, let's see. If we... Oh, sorry. Wrong camera. What I might also do is stick a command for mods to go, you're still on the cam account when you shouldn't be. At which point I can have that automatically change scene. because one of the definite advantages is StreamerBot is integrated with OBS, and so does have the ability to overrule or trigger. Whoops, no, wrong one. I think part of I'll have to keep the ad notifications short because I have them at 3 blocks of ads per hour. Kept short to 1 minute by being 3 times an hour. But it means that you don't get anything before you arrive, which I think is probably more important. Because otherwise, some of the pre-rolls can be rather long. Sometimes. One, 2, 3. 1 minute ad break is a lot more tolerable than the 3-minute one. That too. It just means I have to run them slightly more often. But they're often significantly shorter and only 1 or 2 ads, usually, I believe. Thank you for the feedback, Chris, because I've always been slightly sort of about when and how often to do ads, because I don't like doing ads. Yeah, they're kind of necessary for Twitch to exist. I agree. I understand. So, but I'm here to sort of talk to you lot. You'd have one at the beginning and then none, but yeah, this is the problem. It's one of those. How to get people in. Benny, Viddy, Sirius. Sirius? Have I pronounced that right? Sirius? I came, I saw, I got skeevy. Now, one thing I need to work out is if I'm going to murder my brain in the way that I did on Idiotic. I came, I saw squirrel. I came, I saw a squirrel. Ah, squirrely, squirrely, squirrely. Everyone sees a squirrely. I almost wish this one had been just 2 blocks further to the left, because if it had been directly over this, it would have been almost perfect. Well, I could swap that out and just have the ring at the end of the... maybe. I'll have a think about that one. Right, where's my next ring going to be? The motto for Roman Scotsman stream. I came, I saw, squirrely. Come on. There. This is where I need a ring. Tries to have to add squirrels. It would be a matter of what do you replace. Do you go for replacing, say, rabbits? Which I think are probably the only creature that would be replaceable. Or the closest creature. Or do you go with a complete brand new mob, at which point you've got all sorts... Foxes. Foxes could be done. We have another Pokemon in chat. Just make them smaller. Yeah. That was the first 3. 1, 2, 3. Come here. 3. 1, 2, 3. You've replaced the creeper and away from the explodey. Yes, but where would I get my my gunpowder from? Oh, I know. The Ghast farm that is currently the Nether build. No clue. Trying to think in a straight line here. Honestly, no clue on how to answer that. 2. Oh, and we have an Igglypuff in chat for those who might want to try and catch that as well. Let's go with a basic. It still dropped gunpowder, but I'd have to live with the death of a squirrel. No, not the death of a squirrel. I need to take a nap, apparently, because that's the moon. When the moon's in the sky and you're building up high, that's a danger. That's a danger. When you end up with a creeper on your build in the night, that's a danger. Can you just randomly stash gunpowder around trees and in grass? I mean, that's pretty much... Yeah, that would definitely be... under those circumstances, it would be more likely to be stashing TNT. Because it's a squirrel. You know, I can't quote everything I say. How you doing, Ginger? 1, 2, so it's 3 here. 2, 3. It's 3, 3, and then 6. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slightly sore shoulder. Sore shoulder. What have you been doing, Ginger? Wool to my inventory. Got stabbed. Oh, right, yes, the vaccination from yesterday. Sorry, I have apparently a serious issue with short-term memory failure. Hopefully it's not too evil by way of how much it's hurting, though. I mean, I know I have short-term memory failure. Folder. I regularly can't remember what I said immediately after I said it and just before somebody quotes it. Ah, the gritty goose. That one is a lovely... Wait, hold on. Something's wrong here. We're low. We are very low. I've gone off by 2. How the Neville? This is one of those, there's something off. Ow. Don't you just hate it when you end up with a build going nyah into your face? Going nyah into your face? Wow. That's almost as bad as getting 70 laserfish in the face. Something wrong in the neighborhood. What's going on? It's a Scots build. Your random blocks aren't lining up. What's going wrong? It's a Scots build. Sorry. Oh, please don't clip that. Stream showing its age. I mean, I'm trying to remember what year the first Ghostbusters was. I think I need to take out that as well. Who are you gonna call? Scots Builder! I mean, we got a new one for a new quote for streamers showing their age the other day, Landstrad, which I think was something along the lines of, when I was young, it's the carbon dating one. Carbon wasn't even old enough to date. Yes. Thank you, Nuska. Right. So what did I get wrong? So it's 4, 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I missed off a 3. That's the problem. I went up too soon. I assumed I'd finished before I should have done. What? It's not that bad. That statement, was it? 6. When you're one block off and your build don't work, who are you gonna call? Scots Busters. That one I do agree with, Nuska. Right, that might be a bit more accurate in where it's supposed to be. Let's get the camera count a little bit further out, so you're not constantly staring at the back end of a ghast. You gotta mind it. Mm-hmm. Really? Someone taking a quote, a comment that I've made out of context, and in a dirty-minded way? I'm shocked. Shocked, I tell you. Just say it ain't so, Chad. Say it ain't so. I just don't know how I would cope. Ahem. I mean, that, yeah. And that one accurate as well. Wow, I overdid that one so much I hurt my throat. The dirty-minded amongst you are not allowed to even think of that last word. Or statement. I've just realised. Oh, goodness. Honestly, I think dirty-minded and gutter-minded doesn't really seem to have any bearing on I was going to say on sexuality, but that might be wrong. 3. Well, actually, it's probably the other. No. 3. At least the bot is smart enough not to auto-mod that. Well, yes. Fairly sure we trained it. No. Stop trying to murder me with a... I'll smeg it. I'm just gonna... I was trying to avoid putting in yet more dirt. Right. It's linked up! It's a Christmas miracle! It's lined up! Oh, Timmy, it's a Christmas miracle! Timmy? Who the smeg is Timmy? 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 To you? Timmy? Ah. God, I hope that this is in the right place. Point. I forgot about him. Complete with Lassie the llama. Oh, time for a nap. Means we can get rid of the rain. Yay! Oh. No, come on. Stop getting caught on fence posts. Fly, my son. That was a very long pause stood on the end of the bed there. Right. How are we doing on wool? I think we're going to need more of it. I think it's Huffy's turn. Puffy has had several turns out in the open air. It's time for Huffy. Besides, I'm going out this side of the ship, so that feels like it is Huffy's side. Hold on. Where's the camera? I want to just double check that this is definitely in line. Yes, it is. That's good. Because I'm thinking that the rings of the actual balloon, where they're joining down to the actual airship section, would probably line up with the ribs of the hull, so that because that's going to be the stronger sections of it. I'm trying to put some level of realism into this, which is probably utterly bonkers given the fact that I'm building a giant flying airship with a pair of flying marshmallows living in it. And that's just the initial list of things living in it. Realism in Minecraft? Blasphemy. Yeah. Have I done... No, that's a shift, not a... Yeah, I've done 2, so it's 2 up at this point. Up we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Come here. There we are. And up we go again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We have a Ninjask in chat for those who might be interested in catching anything and everything by way of Pokemon. I'm going to go for that one. Alright. Up, up, uppies! 1, 2, 3. This one is where we go for 6. I'm building a lot of things up in the air this week. First it was a house. Uppies? Where? I feel like we need to get Elkhorn playing Repo. And possibly a couple of other people. Is that 2 3s? Yes, it is. And there's a 2. And there's first of the 1s. Second of the 1s. 2. We're into the clouds. 1, 2, 3. I caught the Ninjask. 3. And 1, 2, 3 for the second of the 3s, which should put us putting these in and having 4 and joining into the center. Ow! The center hour. Yes. I keep doing that. I swear, ghasts do not actually respect the boundaries of living. Ow. See? They're just trying to murder me. Right. So, what I'm thinking here is probably go for a ring of black wool in the middle of this and then start putting a ring of copper around the edge of it. And then when we get to about here, I guess the copper would... Actually, no. Would it be a solid ring of copper around it and then chains of some form? Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? You'd have the full ring of copper, and then you'd have stuff coming off the copper to... that's why I'm not taking any health regen. I'm seeing the health level of the dang ghast instead of my food. No wonder I'm confused. I'm reminded of the inside of when you look at the sort of airship manufacturing pictures from the 40s and so forth, where they're just literally huge skeletons of... ooh, that would look awesome. Put a ring of, say, fence posts and then a ring of copper grates on the inside. Because we're definitely going to have to be able to walk inside of this thing. Hey, Elkhorn. Welcome back from your lurk. Yeah, this thing is definitely going to have the ability to walk inside of it. For no other reason than it's enormous. It's a huge, socking, great big space. We're going to have to put something inside of it. Even if it's just a couple of farms. Current era blimps have the gondola collected directly to the air bubble. Point. I mean, what's the giant inflatable one that they've been looking at to try and replace, or try to use to haul containers with? Kind of looks like two blimps joined side by side. I don't know if anyone else remembers that one, because they've been testing it for the last couple of years. Welcome back to Feg as well. Right. We are at the right point for that line. There. So it would be here and here. The butt blimp. Yes. I don't know what it's called, but it is the one that is the closest thing to actually probably being the best chance for actually having a functional set of blimps in the near future. If I remember rightly. I might be wrong. Yeah. Is that the second 3? Yes, it is. So now we go to 2. 1. 1. 2. Of course I'm wrong. I'm Scotsman. Well, that's believable. Three. That's 3 number 1. I still need 3 number 2. Otherwise we end up with the mistake that we had earlier of way too low when we should have been high. That's the second. That's the second 3, isn't it? Yep, 2, 3, 3. So now we do the 6. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. 2. 1. 1. 2, 2. 2. Dip. Come here. Thank you. 2. 2. 2, 2. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Nah! Get back here. Ow. Not that close. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. At this point, I'd normally collect all the dirt, but I think it's probably more important to go and take a nap. Otherwise, well, to be honest, at this point, none of this build is lit up. My build is probably a giant creeper farm if I'm not careful. Creepers and skeletons and dangerous things. Oh my! No, wrong way. A creeper in the Hinden Scots? Yes. Actually, I think this is more Puffy's side. Come on, Puffy. Krish, welcome in. Good to see you. Happy Thursday. The Hinden Sploot. I mean, is it the Hinden Sploot or the Hidden Sploot? Are we going to have to hide another farm in here for where we're going to have sniffers living? Crouching Scotsman Hidden Sploot. I am not crouching. If I crouch, I fall off of my ghast. The hidden sploot would be bedrock, so no one would find it. Ah, yes. This big of an airship is hard to hide unless it gets a leather farm? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm bemused by the leather farm statement. To produce the hides. Oh! Oh! Oh, that was... Oh, even Blast Jordan would have loved that. Which end of the ship has... No, that doesn't have anything under it. Where are my barrels that have dirt in them? Ah, there they are. Found them. Where was I? Over here. Over here. Over here. We are trying to build over here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. One. Second one. 2. I thought I saw something moving. It was just the side of the ghast. Why do I always get one like that? Oh, I drift, obviously. 1, 2, 3. That's my second 3 before we actually go up. Yep. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. I've done it again. It's odd. Trying to build on a ghast is actually impossible. You can't build on a ghast. But trying to build whilst stood on a ghast, the drift sometimes really confuses you. Because you think you've stopped moving and it just carries on by just a fraction. See, it's like that. There's just that little bit of drift after you stop moving. Not helped by suddenly having a cloud in the face. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. And second 3. And then we're on to the 4s to complete this. Don't smack me into the ribs again. This is starting to look a lot more like a cohesive concept. And unlike Monday, I don't have to rip out all of the things that I'm building by way of structure, because this is the final structure by way of materials, thankfully. Whereas Monday was just working out the sizings of everything before having to build it. Yeah. That's going to have so many laser fish deaths when I'm building that. And we have a pin seer for those who might want to try and catch it. Monday was an exercise in survival. Yes. I was exercising and not surviving. Let's see. I think I would have... You didn't die. Yes. Just like, remember not to remove any fences and you'll be fine. Yeah. 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 Right. This line, I think, is the one which I would have the last ring off of. Does that feel appropriate? Yeah, that feels like the last ring. If you like it, then you gotta put a ring on it. Actually, there's probably a ring closer to the front, but not one that would actually hold the... Well, that... I suspect I'd probably have a ring round about... Sorry, I'm looking with the camera count. Round about sort of here-ish, so that there could be a support chain coming from the front down to an anchor point on the very bow. So actually having another... Yeah, I need one more ring after this ring. Elkhorn, thank you for giving out those poker gifts. One near the front with a very slanted support rope chain seems more likely a la mizzenmast. Yeah, that I think it would probably be sort of round about here-ish, going downwards to here. I mean, there's going to be one here for support to go with this one, so I'm aiming for at least 2 per section of the ship for holding it up. So one on this section. You used to know sail names. Poof. Congratulations on that tour, because I'm not sure I did. Right. Camera cap. Inari, welcome in. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Ginger, thank you for joining the scurry as well. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2. 1. 1. Dagnabbit. It's better. 1, 2. Hiya. Hiya, Uncle. No. 3. 3. I haven't watched the Jackie Chan Adventures for ages. I wonder if they still hold up as being fun to watch. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One more thing. Yes. 2, 3. Jaden Toru. I loved the fact that Toru started off as a bad guy and just ended up sort of just making tea for Uncle constantly in the end. It's like, what? I mean, part of that is just simply because the lore of Uncle. That's both L-O-R-E and L-A-W. He was just misguided. That I can... Oh, I'm nearly running out of wool in my inventory, and I need to go and take a nap anyway. He was one of those sort of gentle giants, I think. Reminds me a bit of Fezzik from Princess Bride. could easily end up following somebody and being a bad guy just by following somebody. I loved that sort of innocence of Fezzik. I mean, I love the innocence of... what's the name of the guy? Oh, I forgot to pick up the wool. Andre the Giant. He always seemed to be a very sort of... The sort of person who you would believe was an innocent and would just look out for everybody anyway. From what I understand, he was. Yeah. Right, that's... So we've done the 2. So it's the first of the 3s now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The phrase, "What a guy," made me cry. So I did. Isn't it like the 75th anniversary? Oh, no, can't be. It's some ridiculous anniversary of Rocky Horror, though. Yes. I can't remember the name of the guy from the Green Mile, but I know the man. I know the man you mean. It's another one who always projects that sort of 50. Yeah. Kevin Michael Richardson. Yeah, that might be the one. I think that is. I think that's him. I also can't believe that it's 50 years of Rocky Horror. 50. Also played King. He played Kingpin, did he? Blimey. Ah. The one that I'm thinking of, Raven, might be Spinnaker. Because that's really hanging out on the front. Yeah. I mean, Spinnaker is... But there is also a mast that the Spinnaker can connect to, I believe. Two. I'm trying to count and talk and think and speak and... yeah, Beth Nebel. Spinnaker is attached typically to the bow, the masthead, and on a pole. Yeah, those are the 3 points of attachment, aren't they? Oh yeah, it is very much used for... Right, time to drop the gun and move like Smeg. Was that my second 3? Yes, it was. 5, 6. Why did I do a full 6? I need to go back down. The jib is on the front, typically attached down one side to a forestay, wire from bow to... Ah! So what's the on the large, tall masted ships? What's the bit that sticks out the front of it? The bow, which will have a sail, bowsprit. That's the one we're looking for. Or bowsprit, even. That's the bit we're looking for, Feg. So the front on this would need something effectively like a bowsprit. Attaches to the forecastle. Yes. Sailing be weird. I mean, yes. Is that my first or second one? That's my second one. So it's 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's just put the 1 in and see if we can get this without smacking myself into a rib. There we are. I know I'm losing loads of dirt when I'm doing this, but honestly, it's dirt. While I don't have a huge amount with me in this area of the world, I have chests and chests of dirt elsewhere. And this is just the setting up phase. I mean, setting up, possibly understating it. We're putting a heck of a lot of work into the final shaping here. Isn't it mentioned? You've been burning through dirt on Dragonfell. Yeah, land shaping is difficult. Right. Do I go for here or here? I think I probably want that one. That. Yeah, if I go for here, it makes more sense, and it's a straight line. If I go for here, the attachment point would be too obstructed by the shape. I'm trying to work out where the attachment point would be and how they interact with each other. Right, this is where it gets hinky, because I am 2 blocks smaller in shape. So how much do I take off and where to make this 2 blocks smaller? I think I just need to, so it would be 1, 2, I think it's 3. 3. Yeah, because that's 4. And if I just make that 3 and then that 4, then it'll be just that. Then it's. So that takes 2 off vertically because that's a 6, turning that into a 4. If I turn the sides coming out there into 3s instead of 4s, then that takes 2 off. Yeah, that will get me my 2. So let's do that. And I think that'll still look right. And then effectively we're going to build a sphere almost on the front of this. Two, 1, And we have a Pokemon in chat. It's a Snubble. That's my second one, so I need a 2. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So that's 4 instead of 6. Should still be at the midpoint. That one should be 177. Oh, it's not. Ah, okay. Right, let's go and take a nap and work out where we've gotten this wrong. Because this isn't in the right location. I've gotten off by 1 again. Oh, goodness. Well, that might actually have to be a problem we fix tomorrow. May not rest. The potato's too far away. Bounced off of it. Yeah. Hold on. Let me... Yeah, somehow this is 1 too tall. Yeah, that's too tall. I need to take another 1 off somehow. That can't be right. Oh no, it's not 2 smaller, it's 4 smaller. I've made a dramatic miscount. Oh well. Right. I might reshape that just after stream, just so I don't lose the thread of it. However, let us... I think it is time for Pretties mode. Because we are at that point. Fix it in post. Yep. Oh, wow. Oh, holy smeg. That suddenly looks so much more like it's a blimp. Just adding the beginnings of the skeleton is really making this look so much more like it's actually... It's going to be a thing, isn't it? Up until now, it just was a boat floating in midair. Now it actually is a thing. My word. This thing's going to look... It's a shape now instead of a line art. Yeah. The rings really help you sort of fill in the gaps mentally. I mean, even when it was just the hull of the boat, reminds me of the mole from Thunderbirds. Yes. I can see that. I can see that. Can confirm it's a thing. Mm-hmm. Let's reload the chunks so that we can see this properly. Come on. Do you mind loading that chunk? There it is. Oh, this is so going to... This is going to look amazing when it's actually built. Failed to make... Not quite, Raven. So if you look at the inspiration, I'm going to put that extension out the back of it as well, and with the vertical vein on it. So I'm going to stick with the original inspiration on that one. And so I think at the moment it is right. It'll just need to trust the process at this point a little bit. Let me repost the... So it's this thing. For those who didn't see it earlier. And if you look at that, it's got the back, it's got that point, and then it's got the sort of vanes for control veining it after it. And that, I think, is going to make it... That's the other reason for why it's got so much beyond the front of the airship. Because it's going to have so much behind as well. It's going to have a big arse and a long nose. Oh my! But yeah, that's the reason for why it's got the point. Maybe don't call it that in the marketing bump. Yeah. True. I think it's the fact that it goes from being sharp to suddenly not being sharp. So I probably should adjust the... I should probably curve it more than I have. I think you might be right. Ease out the curve. Yeah, I need to ease out the curve at the middle. But we have, however... Actually, have I taken a picture of this at this angle? If I haven't, I have now. Right. We have reached that point where we are definitely going to need to wrap up because I need a break mentally. Welcome in, Mad. And I'm terribly sorry, but we have reached that point where I am going to be declaring goodbye. Thank you to everyone for joining me this evening. It has been absolutely fantastic having you here. I think we've made a ridiculous amount of progress. It'd been a while coming because, I mean, this one had definitely not been around. Right, I have two options. Ooh. Yeah, I'd love to raid him, but I don't think that would make sense. Okay, I've got two options on where I'm thinking of sending us for stream. So, actually, no, I've just seen something and I'm going to go... Right. I am not at all indecisive. I am going to send us on a raid out to the wonderful Minecraft Melly, who it appears is celebrating a 3-year streamiversary, judging by the by their message. So that feels like a good place to send us. I will be back again tomorrow at my usual time, 2.5 hours previously to now, where we will be continuing the shaping of whatever the heck we're going to call this thing, because I don't think we've got a name for this airship yet. God help us, we're going to have to come up with one. I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. Bob. Bob the airship, can we build it? Bob the airship, why? Right. Either way, I should hit the start raid button, the hide and seek. Yes, if this thing manages to hide, we're in trouble. I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. Take care of yourselves. You are all absolutely amazing. Now, go and be gremlins. You're all amazing when you're doing that. And I will see you all again soon. Bye-bye.